Welcome back to Online Darts 7. We're here in Bournemouth and we've got Mr. Luke Littler. Luke, nice exhibition on the South Coast. Were you enjoying this little South Coast tour?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Obviously, these exhibitions are good. Obviously, you meet fans and this is really the only place you can just, throw your darts, have a bit of fun. But yeah, in for another good night here in Bournemouth.
Yeah, the queue for your photos was huge up there earlier as well. Glad to get that out of the way and all done.
Yeah, get the photos out of the way with the VIPs and then, yeah, all the crazy lot still to come in.
Look, Premier League underway, not top anymore. How would you assess the first 10 weeks of the Premier League for you?
Yeah, obviously it didn't go to plan the first few weeks and then got myself back up there with a few wins, and obviously Johnny's gone to first now. Yeah, Thursday night didn't go to plan, obviously the worst average. I didn't know that. I knew it was pretty bad, but even when I got on stage I just didn't want to be there, I just couldn't be bothered. But I think I had only about 16 hours, 18 hours at home, so didn't get much time to practice, and obviously practice before the game, but didn't go to plan, but obviously we look forward to Rotterdam. When
you say that you didn't want to be there, was that the fallout from the week before, everything that went with Manchester and everything after? Was that part of the reason why you didn't want to be there? Yeah,
I wouldn't say the fallout, because it is what it is, it's done. Obviously people, the fans in Brighton didn't let it go, I let it go.
Yeah.
And obviously, I turn up about 2.5 hours before. All the players are earlier. And then people on about the practice rooms. I spoke to the security. I was like, who's where? And there was like Gian, Luke, Johnny and Michael. So there was 4 in that one.
Yeah, and I get.
And then the other practice room had 3. So it evens out a bit. So there's 4 in one, 4 in the other.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, most practice rooms, there's 2 rooms. Most practice rooms, we're all together. But yeah, I think everyone needs to forget that now. Me and Gian haven't spoken, but I'm sure we will. And obviously, again, we can meet in the semi-finals next week in Rotterdam. But yeah, obviously, if Gezi doesn't turn up next week, obviously I'll take the 2 points. And then obviously if Gian wins, then we meet.
When you look back, do you regret it or not? Or is it just one of those things?
Well, from my point of view, obviously I'm looking up at the TV. I'm just thinking in my head, he's not going to miss. Even if he gets a shot of the ball, Gian's one of the best ball hitters in the game. You know, if he's on a 1-2-4, 1-2-8, he'll just ping the ball. But then when he come inside the double 15, I looked up, had a drink of my water, and then I done a little fist bump towards Faith and her dad.
Yeah.
And then that's when the fans started on that side. They were like all screaming.
Yeah.
So then I was like that to them, come on, and then the whole arena. But then there was no need for Gian to look back and stare at me.
Yeah, no.
He's still got a dart in hand, so really he should just be should step back, look at the floor, and then throw his last dart. So he's staring at me, and he's caught me apparently, what was it?
So he said celebrating that he'd missed. That was what he said to Viaplay.
Yeah, but that's a load of nothing.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So yeah, I didn't do it to him, done it to Faith and her dad, the whole crowd. And then, yeah, there's no need for him to be staring when he's still got a dart left to throw, to set up. And then what other people didn't see was, as I've walked back round, I'm still looking that way.
Yeah.
He's put his darts down.
Right, okay.
So he's put his darts down on the table, but no one sees that. So hopefully this gets out to people that he's put his darts down. So really, I think he's the one who's not doing his job, obviously being respectful.
As in that he thinks he's given up, that you're going to hit it, game over type thing.
I think that's the first ever time I've seen someone put the darts down in front of my face. I was like, why? And then obviously I come inside, called him a crybaby. Because there was no need for it. There was no need for him to put his darts down. And then when he won, I picked my darts up and I said, well done, you got the win.
Yeah. Were you surprised how much it blew up on social media?
Yeah, I knew it was going to blow up. Everything blows up. But even me and the family said, in the past, there's been worse exchanges.
Yeah.
Even Gerwyn Price and Daryl Gurney.
I said this is the thing that we've seen worse.
I seen that clip on TikTok. Someone captioned it, everyone crying about Littler, when the Gezi and Daryl Gurney's far worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll speak. But yeah, I think people need to forget about it.
I know you like wrestling, and I've compared this to things. We need storylines that this is the way the sport grows, that people talking about the sport. They weren't talking about Gezi winning and don't get where he played brilliant. They were talking about that still 4 or 5 days later, which is great. It keeps eyes on the sport. I know that you got the heat for it, but in terms of what that's done, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's obviously great. Obviously, it gets more people, obviously, people watching it, and obviously now people want to watch me and Gian. They think there's obviously going to be a rivalry. There's a rivalry week in, week out.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's beat me a few times. I've beat him a few times. Just like all the other players, we've got rivalry with each other. But yeah, after when Gezi won, he played
Unreal, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have touched him.
No.
But yeah, that's what he said. Emotions blow over, and obviously Gezi's been in that situation. He said himself. But yeah, I'm sure we'll talk sometime. But other than that, I've just got to carry on with my darts.
Are you expecting the worst in Rotterdam then, if you have to play Gian on that stage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting the worst anyway. Even if obviously Gezi does go to Rotterdam, obviously he's pulled out of the exhibition tonight. But yeah, even when I go to Liverpool, go to Leeds, just expect the worst. And if the crowd's not that bad, then you take it on the chin. But yeah, expect the worst. I
know that obviously we're talking about this, and you're laughing about it now. That you enjoy that banter with the fans, don't you? We see like the Liverpool references on your social media, the Man United things and whatever. You enjoy that interaction and that banter with them, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, even with Brighton, when everyone was booing me, I just shrugged my shoulders, and in my head, I was like, it's been a week. Like, why haven't you forgot about it?
Yeah.
And I'm learning. Even in Brighton, I didn't react to the fans during the game. Didn't do anything. I'm saying goes in Rotterdam. If I win, then I'll give it a bit. Obviously, even getting booed, I'm sure I will. But yeah, I'm learning just to play my game and see how it plans out.
Do people forget that you haven't done an apprenticeship in this game? Like, like other players, they've done their apprenticeship and come through where you went from there to there, and you haven't done the things that normal people done. Do people forget that? Yeah,
I think obviously the older players who've been on tour for years and years, they've learned across the years, where I've just gone from nothing to straight in the limelight. And like I said, I'm still learning on and off the hockey, how to handle stuff. But yeah, as long as I learn myself and people back me, my family, then I'm only going to get better. But yeah, we just need to get out of this. I'm out of it. I've forgotten about it. So yeah, the fans just need to forget about it.
That's a worrying thing that you've just said there. I'm going to get better. How much better can you get? Because some of the numbers that you've posted in the last year are ridiculous. If you're saying that, how good can Luke Littler get?
Yeah, I mean, I can be as good as I want. Obviously, like I said, I didn't have much preparation for Brighton, and obviously I didn't want to be there because of the fans, but that's going to happen. I'm sure next week will be the same, but like I said, I'll definitely somehow get better. But yeah, hopefully we need to get a few more points on the board, a few nightly wins, and obviously, like Johnny said, I'm chasing him now. Obviously, Johnny said he's only bothered about top 4, so yeah, I can definitely go chasing for that top spot again.
Are you at a crossroads mentally with your equipment at the moment? Because we've seen the last few weeks you very chop and changing between the prototypes and the Gen 1s, and you tried to go to the case to get them out. Are you at that crossroads, what to do at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, same again. I didn't have much practice. Only had the practice in Brighton before the game. I was practicing okay, but just didn't happen on stage. I think that was all in my head. So went back to the Gen 1s and obviously treble 25, treble 20. But yeah, I'll definitely obviously get some practice in here tonight with the prototypes, see how they go. And then through the week towards Rotterdam, I'll obviously be on the practice board.
Are you all gearing up now for what could be a massive few months? Premier League finals, World Cup, match play on the horizon, 3 massive tournaments. Is all the prep now for those 3?
Yeah, I mean, we always prepare for what's in front of us. Obviously, I'm preparing for tonight. Obviously, just have a bit of a laugh. Obviously, you play a few fans, and obviously try and leave the 170s, the 120s, 3 tops. But yeah, as soon as the tournament comes around, then that's when you focus. But obviously, we focus on to Rotterdam, and then the next week and the next week. But yeah, we're not far away from those big ones.
When Luke Littler comes alive.
Yeah, I'll definitely come alive, and hopefully I can come alive these next few weeks.
Luke, pleasure catching up with you, mate.
No
Thank
worries.
you very much.
Thank you.